I died. I didn't die, people. I didn't die. I'm here. I'm alive. Yeah, I'm very much alive and well. And I've got my fur here. You see, I'm feeling myself. Yeah, feeling myself. Okay, I was like, I'm here, I'm happy, and I'm well. And that's it. That's it. Liberty skip.
Spears kind of made an official statement regarding Kevin Federline, her ex-husband and father of their kids. Now, if you don't know, you've been living under a rock. He's got a book coming out, and a couple things have been released saying that Kevin said their boys witnessed Britney Spears holding a knife at the edge of their bedroom and watched them while they're sleeping. He's saying things like Britney Spears called Justin Timberlake the night before their wedding, that she was making out and doing things with the girl while they were together. And I know more stuff is going to come out, whatever. Well, she said this. And I say she with a grain of salt because, once again, I don't know. I find it weird that she's posting on Instagram and then all of a sudden the official statements go to her Twitter. She said that relationships with teenage boys is complex. I have felt demoralized by the situation and have always asked and almost begged for them to be a part of my life. Sadly, they have witnessed the lack of respect shown by own father for me. They need to take responsibility for themselves. With one son only seeing me for 45 minutes in the past 5 years and the other with only 4 visits in the past 5 years, I have pride too. From now on, I will let them know when I'm available. Trust me, those white lies in that book, they are going to straight to the bank, and I'm the only one who genuinely gets hurt here. I will always love them, and if you really know me, you won't pay attention to the tabloids of my mental health and drinking. I am actually a pretty intelligent woman who has been trying to live a sacred and private life the past 5 years. I speak on this because I've had enough, and any real woman would do the same. I can't take what she's posting seriously because for me, I'm actually getting the bad goosebumps thinking about it. Like, we're not hearing from her. We're hearing through her media channels, okay? She says, I try to live a sacred and private life the last 5 years. But sacred and private means protecting your space, protecting your home, protecting your head, protecting your heart. But she's bearing all on Instagram. Okay, second of all, she says that don't pay attention to the tabloids of my mental health and drinking. And I'm not saying that she's drinking or anything like that, but it's clear that she's going through something by the videos that we are seeing, okay? It's clear as day. And whoever wrote this statement is literally skipping over the fact that there are millions of people that are concerned, and it's not just freaking Kevin Federline saying things out loud. I mean, we've all had these.
Britney Spears just confirmed on her Instagram tonight that all is not well, and her fans have been correct to be worried about her. First off, she posted this with a video from Beauty and the Beast. So that's the context of the clip. Now here's the caption. She talks about writing 20 years worth of her trauma into that book, The Woman in Me. And then she says this line, can you imagine a 2007 that lasted for 3 years that nobody even knows about? And if you know anything about 2007 Britney Spears, you know that that's the major year of her mental breakdown where she shaved her head and her boys were taken away from her, etc., etc. So for her to say there was another version of that lasted for 3 years that we don't know about is very alarming. Because the way I'm hearing that is like, hey, you guys know what happened in 2007. But what you don't know is that wasn't the only episode like that. You just didn't know that I was having it, and it lasted for 3 years. She says it's over now, and she's incredibly sad about those times. But then she said, it's weird because although I do Instagram, I don't follow social media, the news, and the fan chatter. I've been doing that this week, and it's weird because it feels like a lot of fans already kind of know me. They always have a suspicion that something's going on. Well, guess what, Britney nerds? You were 100% right. What do you mean we were right? I don't have time to speak about any of it because at this particular moment, it's beyond comprehension. So something really bad was going on with Britney, and she feels like it's so bad that she can't even tell us right now because it's beyond our comprehension. That has me very fucking concerned. As does the end of her post. Listen to this. The seductress poison is an illusion. It's always been, but in the wickedness of that illusion is where we play. May I play now? I found my poison, Daddy. But I kind of feel like she's talking about Sam and her relationship with Sam, because if you think about the movie Beauty and the Beast, you have a beautiful girl trapped and locked up in a mansion by a man, Beast. It's kind of sounding to me like she's alluding toward her relationship troubles and maybe it being darker than we ever thought, and that maybe she's not exactly ready to talk about it yet. Maybe she hasn't processed all of it yet, which, makes sense because she and Sam just separated in July or August. So I'm sure she's still processing a lot of those feelings. But it looks like we may hear more about her relationship with Sam Asghari than we previously ever could have imagined. And it kind of sounds like she's ready for revenge with her talking about this seductress Poison. Either way, this definitely feels like a cry for help and also a validation towards fans who have been highly concerned for her well-being for a couple of years now.
Are you ready for the weekly update of Britney Spears? Well, this screenshot of this video has been posted and reposted more times than I can keep up with. Yes, there were bruises all over her arms and her knee is bandaged up. Excuse on Instagram was that she fell down a flight of stairs at her friend's house, but I'm just not buying that. And I guess we'll go through some of the things. If you blinked, you might have missed it, because Britney Spears' Instagram is notorious for posting really quick videos and then deleting them.
What the fuck is going on with Britney Spears? Like, it ain't her. I'm telling you, more than ever, this is not her. Like, people are saying, it is her. She's ill. She's ill. I'm sorry, but with the amount of money that she alleges to have, that ain't fucking illness, because all of the people that are around her would be literally getting her seen to. I literally now believe that it is a complete and utter decoy. This is someone else. Even her whole physical self doesn't look like her. She literally has elements to her features that weren't even there before. Now, I know people change as they age, correct, but there are a lot of differences in her facial structure, her bone structure. It completely changes when she's outside versus inside dancing. They don't look like the same people. And let's not forget just how unclear and AI'd each and every one of these videos are. All of the things that you can depict in every single video that is posted by the person that alleges to be Britney Spears. Even her voice does not sound like Britney Spears. It's like it's stuck between a British accent, a British person trying to sound like Britney Spears with some sort of weird fucking overtone over voice. Like, Britney Spears was a motherfucking icon back in the day. And right now, I don't believe this is the person we're seeing. Question is, do you think it's her? And if so, why do you still think it's her?
Past 17 years, Britney Spears has been paying her ex $20,000 in child support a month. And as of tomorrow, Friday the 15th, she will be making that payment for the last time. Britney and Kevin Federline divorced in 2007. They had 2 sons together, and both of them went to live with their father full-time in Hawaii. Their oldest son turned 18 last year, so initially she was actually paying $40,000 a month to him for both of their sons, $20,000 for each. However, their youngest son just turned 18 this past September, so the payments will be coming to an end. Now, although their youngest son turned 18 in September, the reason why the payments were through November is because that is when he is graduating high school this month. Britney's 2 sons started living with their dad in Hawaii in August of 2023 after they said that they had some emotional trauma to work through. But both sons have reportedly started to mend their relationship with their mom and have a little bit more contact. One of her sons said that he just wants their mom to get better mentally. Britney's youngest son, though, has begun to spend more time with her in person and has reached out a lot more. He did say, though, in September 2022, "I think mom has struggled giving us both attention and showing us equal love. I don't think she showed enough love to Preston. Preston is the older brother."
It is not a coincidence that Kevin Federline and Britney Spears' youngest son turned 19 on September 12th. He has been fully living off of the child support checks from Britney Spears. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't have gotten those while he was raising his kids. Absolutely, he should have. And I'm also not saying that some of the things in that book are untrue. I don't know. Haven't read it yet. Likely wild stuff was going on. Everybody remembers the 5150. Everybody remembers all of that stuff. But what we're not going to do is insinuate that she would have hurt her kids, because she loved her kids, which is another reason why she paid child support. And what we're also not going to do is believe the guy who writes a book that comes out 2 weeks after his son turns 19, right around the time it would be his very first missing child support check. because one couldn't possibly have gotten a job this entire time. But the optics of this are as subscribed. I 1,000% believe.
Every penny he could get out of her. He has announced that he's putting out a memoir, more likely a tell-all book about Britney Spears. I should have seen this coming because the kids turned 18 last year, so the money train ran out and he's not getting child support anymore. Britney Spears was ordered to pay this man $40,000 a month in child support, and before that she had been paying him $20,000 a month, and he said that wasn't enough, so he took her back to court and was able to get $40,000 a month from her, but that ran out last year. So of course he sat down and started to write down everything he possibly could about Britney so he could get even more money from being married to her for not even that long of a time. He said this book will answer any questions that you have. I'm sorry, I don't have any questions for you, sir. I really, truly don't. Who is just dying to hear Kevin Federline's life story? I don't know who's buying this book. Like, no Britney fan is buying this book, so who even cares what he has to say? The book is called You Thought You Knew, and it comes out in October, and the press release calls him one of pop culture's most misunderstood figures. That is so insulting to pop culture. This better be the biggest flop I've ever seen in my life.
If Britney Spears had adult daughters and not adult sons, I really think her situation would look so much differently. And that's just food for thought. I reflect on that a lot. If she had 2 adult daughters, they're looking out for her and protecting her.
It's really sad to watch Britney Spears being portrayed on social media in a way that is really concerning, because I literally grew up watching her videos all the time. I grew up really enjoying most of her music that she released, and she was really a great artist, and she's still a great artist, because anyone who can relate can really understand what I'm talking about. We grew up seeing her doing her thing because she was really a good performer. She really had good music, and that music, if you listen to it right now, it's still good music. And whenever I used to see her, when they were interviewing her, she really looked to be so sweet in her interviews all the time. And I remember everyone I grew up with during that era, they really loved Britney Spears and all the music she really released all the time. And it's really sad to see her really going through this right now in her life. And I think in most cases, why people are really concerned and worried about her, I think because of what people see on social media about her all the time. When you find people who are reporting about her, and sometimes I think some people are really used to the old Britney Spears they knew. And I think as people watching, we don't have the right to really make a conclusion of what is going on with her life. I know many people on social media are concerned about her life, but it's not okay to make a conclusion about what is going on in her life, because she has the right to speak her own truth in case the time is right and she really wants to talk about everything that is going on in her life. I think people should let her do that, because in most cases sometimes people can be so worried about what's going on, and they end up making conclusions. And sometimes when you make a conclusion about someone's life, maybe going through a lot, it really affects them too, because sometimes they might be going through a lot, but they're not ready to talk about it. So when you make a conclusion, sometimes they feel attacked, sometimes they feel like you are judging them. And I think Britney Spears deserves the right to speak her own truth. People just need to be kind to her in everything they are saying on social media. They should extend more grace to her, because we actually don't know what she is going through, and in most cases that is what we're supposed to do for one another. In case we see someone who may be going through a lot and we don't know what's going on, instead of judging them, we are supposed to just let them be and wait for them to speak their own truth. We have to instead just extend more grace to them. We have to be kind to them so that they can be able to find ways of finding help to get better in case it's true that they may be going through a lot. I think it's even harder when it comes to celebrities because they're in the public eye. So whenever they are going through a lot, they face a lot of judgment sometimes from the public. And I think as human beings, we have to really extend much grace to other people, even if they're celebrities. We need to understand that if they are going through a lot, we need to choose the right words to talk about them, because sometimes when we use words which attack them in their situation, I think we are not doing better. This can break them the more in case they're going through a lot. As human beings, whenever we see someone going through a lot, sometimes we get so concerned and sometimes we end up judging them. Sometimes we end up trying to be tough on them so that they can do better, but sometimes it doesn't help out. It needs us as people to be compassionate, to be kind in everything we're trying to say to them, even if we think we are trying to help them to do better, but by showing them tough love. Sometimes tough love does not work to some people who are going through a lot. Sometimes you just need to put yourself in their shoes so that you can understand how they need to be communicated to in their situation. So I think it's really better sometimes to just extend more grace and be compassionate to people who are going through a lot, and to all the celebrities who may be going through a lot, because they are also human beings. And all in all, I think we really don't know exactly what is going on with Britney Spears, and we don't have a right to make conclusions about her life. But all we have to do is extend more grace and be kind to her. We have to use kind words when we are really talking about her, because she really deserves that. And that's it for today, guys. If you have anything to add on this topic, you can share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. It's still your girl Joan Complete. As always, I'd like to wish you a wonderful day. Take care of your beautiful lives. Until next time, I love you. Bye.